Hello, welcome to my channel. In today's session, we would be looking at how to create a sequence of numbers in R, how to create a vector using the concatenate function, how to find the length of items in a vector, and also the length of unique items in a vector. So let's begin. So in creating a sequence of numbers in R, you can use the colon symbol, or the sequence function. So let's begin with the colon symbol. So let's say A, we want to create a sequence of numbers from 1 to 15. So we have our A 1. I told you that you use the colon symbol, okay, to 15, and we run. So let's call our A, and here it is 1 2 3 up to 15. So we've created a sequence of numbers from 1 to 15. So as I've told you, you can also use the sequence function. You can use this one also. So let's see how this one too works. So let's say B sequence, and one unique thing about the sequence function is you can define your parameters. So let's say from 1 to, let's say 15. Yes, 1 to 15 by the addition of what? By the addition of 1. So let's run this and see. Okay, it has done the same thing. So with the sequence function, you can actually define your parameters. So I would like you to create a sequence of numbers ranging from 5 to 15, and by the addition of 0.5. Create a sequence of numbers ranging from 5 to 15, and by the addition of 5. Sure, I'm sure you are done now. So let's see how it is. Let's see how that one is. So our sequence from what? From 5 to 15, and by the addition of what? 0.5. Yeah, yes. So let's call our C, and here it is 5.0, 5.5, 6.0, 6.5, up to the last one, 15.0. okay, so you can keep on practicing with that. And this one, let's see, this is creating a sequence of numbers in R. Okay, so now let's look at the vectors. So creating a vector using the concatenate function. The concatenate. Okay, first of all, let's look at what a vector is. A vector is a basic data structure which plays an important role in R, and it is also a sequence of elements which share the same data type. Okay, so this concatenate function, that is the the small c with a bracket. This concatenate function links things together. Okay, it links things together. So let's see how that one too is. Okay, AB, let's say AB and concatenate. So let's say we will want to have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 8 9 10. Okay, so we will want it to read out these figures to us. Okay, so let's first of all remove this from there. Let's run. You see, it cannot read whatever that is inside here. So what we would need to do is to bring our concatenate so that it will put them together. Otherwise, what it sees only is the one. You see, it doesn't see the rest. It cannot put all of them together. So this is why we would need a concatenate function to put our things together. So that is what I mean by saying concatenate function links things together. So we run this one again, and now we see that the code has worked and it has been registered into our memory. So let's call for AB. Let's call for AB. Okay, 1 2 3 up to 10, and this is it. And similarly, you could have also used this, the colon symbol. So let's say 1 is to 10, and we run. So AB, okay, and it's the same thing. Similarly, you could have also used the sequence function. So AB, okay, sequence from 1 to what, 10, from 1 to 10, yes, from 1 to 10 by what, by the addition of 1. Okay, and we run AB, and it's going to be the same. Okay, now let's create another vector called AC. Vector AC would have characters. This time it's not going to be numeric. Okay, and I've told you already that character objects should be placed in quotation marks. Okay, so we would have our C concatenate, okay, and A, okay, B, so you place it in a quotation mark, B, comma, C, comma, D. All right, so let's run and see. Okay, so AC, and here is it, A B C D. All right, so let's look at something here. You could have also used the letters function. You could have also used the letters function, and you bring a square bracket. So 1, to which of the letters should it end? Let's say 4. So, and you run, you still have the same thing, A B C D. So if you had wanted it to list, or list from A to P, you would have to specify by changing the number here. If you wanted to list all the alphabets A to Z, you will have to just put 26 here. So 1 is to 26, and it will list all of them for you. Okay, you could either use a concatenate function, or you could use this one, the letters. Okay, so let's look at a different thing. Okay, let's look at the repetition, the rep function or repetition function or replication function. It's either a replication or rep function. So the rep function, okay, rep function. Let's see how that one too is done before we go back to the vector to finish it up. So the ref function is used to repeat the number of times that you want an item to appear. Okay, it is used to tell the function the number of times an item should appear. So let's see a, okay, let's say BA, okay, BA, and okay, concatenate. So let's say we would want to have 6 6 6, okay, 6 6 6 6. All right, so with this, oh, there is a mistake somewhere. Okay, the B, oh, sorry, this equal to, because we brought the equal to. So let's run it again, okay, and call for BA. All right, you see 6 6 6, it has repeated the 6 how many times? 4 times. But there is a function that you could just use to tell it to do this without having to write all this down. So let's see how that function works, the rep function, replication function. So let's say BA, let's use our BA. Okay, let's use our BA rep which number? Repeat number 6 how many times? So we specify number of times. How many times should we repeat? 4. All right, so let's run. Let's call our BA and run. Okay, you see it has done the same job as the concatenate, but this time it's much simpler. We don't have to repeat. Let's say we wanted to repeat it 100 times. You will have, with the concatenate function, you would have to write it 100 times, but with the rep function, it's just simple. You write what you want to be repeated and the number of times you would like it to be repeated. Okay, so let's see another one, CA. Let's have another example. We will want, okay, you create this one. We will want 3 to be repeated 15 times. Okay, so what you would have to do is create an object, say rep, you call the rep function 3. Okay, yes, 3 we want to repeat how many times? 15 times. Okay, we run, so CA, and we have it. So it has been repeated 15 times. 15 times. And this, the rep function does it very easily. And there is another one. So let's say TA. Okay, let's say TA, but right, okay, this time let's say 5 comma, and what do you want the 5 to do? This time we are not going to use the times, you would use each. Okay, so how many times should we repeat the 5? Let's say 3. Okay, each. Okay, let's call for TA, then it comes. Okay, so it this times and then each function like almost the same, but they are not the same. Okay, with the each we would get there. Let's have an example so that you would not be confused with it. Let's say PA, okay, replicate. So let's say we are repeating a set of numbers, okay, from 1 to 6, okay, comma, and with the each, so we are saying that each of these numbers 1, 2, 3 up to 6, how many times should we repeat them? So let's use each should be repeated how many times? Let's say 2 times. Okay, and the number of times they should all appear, how many? Let's say 3. Yes, and let's run and see. Okay, so 1, 2, you see the 2 there, this is for the each. So for 1, how many times should it appear? 2 times. Okay, and for the 2, how many times? 2 times. And for the 3, like that. But with the 1, with the each, how many times should the 1, 2, 3 up to 6 repeating twice, how many times should it appear? 3 times. Okay, 3 times. So this is how each of them is done, and it is very easy. So let's change this to, let's say, 5 and see what happens. And we still keep this one to be, okay, let's put this one to be 2 and run and see. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the ones have appeared. Each one of each has appeared 5 times. The 2 has appeared 5 times. 3 has appeared 5 times. But how many times should each one of them appear? 2 times. Okay, so here is first one. The first one is here, 1. The second one is here, 2, and it has appeared only 2 times. It won't appear more than 2. The 2 has appeared how many? 1, and the next one is 2. So the number of times it has appeared, but each should be how many? 5. Yes. So this is how these ones are done, and you can also play around with it. You can keep on practicing, and you would get perfect with it. So now let's see with the numeric vector. Okay, still on the numeric vector. So numeric vector. Okay, so let's create our numeric vector. Let's say v1 vector 1 and vector 1, and we would have our concatenate function. So let's say we have 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. Let's say 3. Let's say 4. Let's say 6. Yeah, and let's check it out and see. Let's run. Okay, and v1. Okay, so v1 is here, but we want to find the number of, or the length of items in it in v1. So what you would have to do is to use the length function. So we would have our length, we would have our length. So length of what? Length of v1 v1. Okay, so we would have our length of v1 here, and let's run and see. Okay, yes, so R is telling us that there are the number of items in vector 1 is 8, and actually if you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, then it's 8. Yeah, this comes in handy if you have a large data set where you would like to know the number of or the length of items. Okay, this one would be very convenient to use. And also there is another function which is called unique length. So we will have to, let's find the number of unique items here. So you see 4 3 4 6 8 9, so we want to make sure that 3 doesn't appear twice, or 4 doesn't appear twice, or 6 doesn't appear twice. They should appear once and one only. So that is where you use the unique